Welcome to another shark review. We're looking at another shark movie today. We're looking at Double-Headed Shark Attack. Wow, two heads. What's better than one shark? A shark that has two heads. Yep, two heads, 6,000 teeth. Let's get right into it.
So the plot of Two-Headed Shark Attack is a bit weird. A bunch of college students are out on a field trip, I guess, to the waters. They just never really explain what the field trip is. They're just out on a field trip on the waters. So they're all on a boat together. The boat ends up actually getting messed up, and they need to repair it. And they see an island in the distance, and they explore it, or atoll is the correct term. And they explore it. Throughout everything I just mentioned, a two-headed shark is actually causing all the chaos and is basically just terrorizing everyone. The plot, like I said, just doesn't really make all that much sense. It's got some plot holes in it, and it's really just a means to have a ton of people together and have a two-headed shark kill them. I wasn't expecting something grand, but this really is just like as lazy as it gets. It's not creative in the slightest, but I will say the idea of a shark with two heads is a bit original. In terms of screen time for the shark, it was not a whole lot in this movie. It was a couple quick kills, and that's pretty much it. Like, you don't even really get to see the shark for all that much, but it was just not enough in this movie, I felt like. It was in it a bit, but it wasn't in a ton. It's not to the point where the shark is pretty much non-existent. It's there enough in that area. It's just not enough for me. I wanted to see more of the two-headed shark. I wanted to see more kills, and I just wanted to see more of the damn shark. And I think too much of the movie, when it comes to when you see the shark, the double-headed shark, it's too much of it is underwater. I wanted to see more of it, like climbing up the beach or jumping into the air, just doing some crazy shit. I was not really that satisfied with how much the shark was here. In terms of these kills, like I said earlier, I gotta say these ones were moderately creative. They weren't all crap. There is a number of crap ones, but they're just kind of boring shark ones, the crap ones. Like, they literally just comes up in first person and gets them and they sink, which I gotta say is pretty lame nowadays, and I'm pretty uninterested in those kills, which there was a number of those in this movie. However, there are some really good ones in this movie, particularly when two people are involved. There is a lot of kills in this movie that involve two people, since, you know, two heads, and I gotta say these ones are actually pretty good. I like these ones where two people are killed simultaneously and each head has someone, so I'll give those a good thumbs up. So at least there were a number of good ones. The CGI on the shark was really not all that great, to be honest. It wasn't bad. It was better than Sharktopus, but not by a lot. It was just okay, I guess. It wasn't really that great. Like, it was average. It wasn't so bad that it was hideous, but it wasn't good, that's for sure. I guess I can give the CGI a pass. The acting in this movie was pretty all over the place. Brooke Hogan was in the movie and was easily the best actress of everyone, and was decent enough, I guess. Everyone else, though, was just pretty bad. Some people were just horrible, like absolute shit. Others were bad, but not shit. But then there was just one girl in particular that was just fucking terrible.
Oh God, we're sinking.
All right. We're not sinking.
It was all over the place, really, and I guess that just comes off as just mediocre, really. That was pretty much it. I mean, there's just not a whole lot to say about the acting as a whole. It was just all over the damn place. Overall, I gotta say, I was not huge on this movie. I think it's like, I guess it's almost okay, but other than that, I wouldn't say it's amazing by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it really just gets the job done. It goes for the status quo of a shark movie, and that's it. I mean, that's just it. The idea is pretty solid. Some of the kills are pretty good in this movie, but it just meets the status quo, and I feel like it doesn't do anything else. With the acting literally all over the place, decent enough CGI, I guess, I gotta say this movie really does not do a single thing out of the ordinary. Like, really, other than the fact that the shark has two heads. Like I've said before with many other shark movies, you could do a hell of a lot worse. But you could definitely do a hell of a lot better than this one. I mean, it really just is your average, standard, halfway mark of a shark movie. If you're a sharkaholic, you'll probably find some enjoyment from a few moments, but for the most part, you're probably going to be moderately bored with this movie. At least there is actually nudity in this movie. You do get to see some nice boobs in the movie, which is always a plus in my book. It's just, this movie also, it just really doesn't do much that's unique or creative. It's just kind of there. It's really meh for the most part. It's just an average shark flick, and really, that's the best I can say about it. It's just an average shark flick. So for a rating, I'm going to have to give this one on the shark scale a 2 out of 5 for 2 heads. It's just not that great. It's not dog crap, but it's really not much better. You're not scraping the bottom of a toilet bowl with this one, but you really could be doing a lot better. It's a pretty mediocre shark flick for the most part. It's not horrible, but it's around that area. Luckily, we would get some awesome sequels to this movie. So, I'll see you guys on the next shark flick.